Hi, today I'm here to show you how to access digital books using the Sora app, which can be accessed online. So you can either do one of two things. You can go to FLBOE, and we're going to Destiny, where I have links to all of our resources. So if you go to Students and come down here to Destiny and click, and then go over here to the middle school and click again. And then right over here at the top, you will see Sora web app for reading in Overdrive, and you will log in using your Google credentials. So you will click on that link and make sure it says here, my school is Fort Lee. If it is not, you will click on not your school. And if this is not your school, right down on the bottom here, my school isn't listed. So click on that. You can type in the zip code 07024. and take a look for Fort Lee Borough School District right there and say this is my school, and then click it, sign in using Fort Lee Borough School District sign in. Your district sign in is going to be your Gmail or Google account. So I'm going to use my particular account, and you'll sign in just like you would be signing in on your Chromebook. If you are in your Chromebook, it may skip this step if you are already signed in, or it may just ask you to confirm that you want to use that account. And then once you get in here, you'll notice up here, you're in Overdrive, but you're in the SoraApp.com library, but this is Overdrive, our Overdrive account. It's just an application, a web application that syncs to our Overdrive library, and you can now check out and explore audio books as well as all of our digital books. If you are looking for a book once you are inside Sora, you can come up here to the left-hand side and click in the area that says search for a book and type in the name of the book. If you know the name of the book, hit enter, and that book will appear. If for some reason you only know an author and you want to look for all books by a specific author, like Rick Riordan, you can type that in and all of the Rick Riordan books will come up. If you see the word borrow next to a book, that means the book is able to be checked out. If you see the word place hold next to the book, that means the book is not available at this time and you can place a hold on the book. So if you want to learn more about a book, you can click on the book's cover. It will give you a summary of the book. If it's part of a series, it will tell you what other books are in the series. And what I like about Sora is that it lists the order of the books. So for this particular series of books by Rick Riordan, The Heroes of Olympus, it tells you the books in order from 1 through 5. And if you come over here, you have the option to click and read a sample of the book. So if I click that, it will load a sample. So I can read the first chapter or two, drag over, and get through this and begin reading. Once you begin reading, you can place bookmarks on a page that you might be on by clicking in the upper right-hand corner. That will place a bookmark, which means you can come right back to where you were. If you click anywhere in the middle of the text, it will bring up this menu where you can kind of zoom through the pages very quickly and go back and forth. You can also search for words in the book if you're interested. And then if you click on this little menu here, you get a bunch of reading settings that come up where you can scale the text, make it much bigger, make it much smaller. You can change the background of the text so that it's bright. It's a sepia toned, or I like the dark, especially when you're doing night reading. You can use the publisher's default text, meaning how it appears in the actual written text, or you can change the style. And if for some reason you need it to be in dyslexic format, so that it's called Open Dyslexic for anybody who suffers from dyslexia, you are able to click on Open Dyslexic, and that will make it easier to read, or you can custom use fonts as well. So there are a bunch of reading settings that will make the reading experience a lot more enjoyable for you as well. Once you're finished, you would hit done and come out of there. So that's once you're inside Sora. You can also borrow the book. So once you've decided that you like the book, you can click on the borrow and it will be added to the books that you have checked out. I said in a previous video, you usually can check out up to 3 electronic books at a time, no more than that. And finally, on the bottom here, more titles like The Mark of Athena. So if you find a book that you like, but you've read it and you want more titles like that, Sora does include similar titles at the bottom. And then it gives you some other options for continuing to browse. And then if you want to go back home, you can click on the home screen. And this is where if you had assignments from teachers, which we don't really use that here at the middle school, this would be your book loans. They would appear here. And then any notes or highlights, you can also do notes and highlighting inside a text. If you should find that there is a book that you want and it is not available because it is not in our collection, you may request that book, and that would be by going to our book request form. And I am placing a copy of that in the homeroom Google Classrooms. I will bring it up here real quickly so you can see how you would access it. You would click on your Google Homeroom Classroom and go to the classwork page. And right here under Digital Reading Resources, there will be a digital book request form, and you will click on it. And if you are not logged into your Google account, you would have to log in, and then it would bring you to this form where you would type in your name, your last name, first name, the title of the digital book you are requesting, and as well as the author or authors of the book, and then hit submit. And I will get those requests and try to honor as many requests as I can so that we can all enjoy reading while we are at home. Once again, if you have any questions, please reach out to Mrs. Spawn at my email address. Thanks and have a great day. Happy reading.